Alrighty, well, tomorrow I'll leave on my Oregon Giant Loop trip. And I came back from my Texas trip, and there was definitely some things that had to change. And it would have made that trip so much better. So an air cushion and a taller windshield to block the wind. Those two things beat me to death on my trip to Texas. Just literally beat me to death. You know, usually I can ride pretty good in on the stock seat. It wouldn't bother me too much, but with the wind blowing like it was, and you're moving all over the seat trying to get situated to kind of get your face out of the wind behind the little shield that I had. You know, my rear end just got sore. See if I can get this thing turned around. After you fill it up with gas, it weighs quite a bit more. So a quick trip into Carson. See how this works. I can raise it another inch. But I think it's I didn't measure it, but I think it's like 2 or 3 inches taller than the shield I had on there. And 2 and 3 inches you better run, prairie dog, can make a huge difference. You know, having the air cushion seat raises me up about an inch, so it's actually going to give me some more leg room too. I can tell you right now, it is so much better. I got a little bit of buffeting. You might be able to see it on the visor, but before, this visor was getting all bent up in the wind. You know, it'd get all bent down. So what I might do when I get into Carson is move it up the extra inch and see what it looks like. Huge improvement over what it was, so. You know, those two things would have made the Texas trip very much more enjoyable. can see, I got the dark smoke. I didn't really want the dark smoke. I wanted a smoke. The dark smoke is okay in bright sunlight, but it would not be good riding in the dark. I can see over it, so that part's okay. I can see above it, but you know, it's not bad at all. I mean, it's pretty dark. Makes the bike look cool, but it's a pretty dark windscreen. The reason why I got the dark smoke was because it was like $45 cheaper than the smoked one. It was, I guess, on sale. You know, people don't want to buy the dark smoke. They want the smoked one or the clear one, and so the dark smoke ones just sit around, and so they put them on sale. You know, and both of these items, I mean, would have made a huge difference on my trip, and they were about $115 altogether. I mean, you know, that's pretty amazing. And then I got a new charge plug, has a USB-C. And the reason why I did that was, you know, I had bought a new one for the Texas trip, and it worked really good all the way to Texas. On the way home, it was working, but not so good. So I don't know if the plug, you know, they're made in China, so I don't know if it quit working or if there's something wrong with my 12-volt socket. But okay, so literally, I moved the windscreen up, and I thought it was going to raise it an inch. But this bottom line was just barely above this contour, and this covered the KTM right here. It came down to there. So I think that's more like 2 inches instead of an inch, maybe a little over 2 inches. It's crazy. So, I mean, who knows? That should make even more of a difference as far as buffeting goes. We'll see. I've got to go to South Carson. All of their stuff is down inside there, so it didn't do me any good except for a test ride. So I can still see over the top of the shield. We'll see if I get that little bit of buffeting at the edge of my visor when I'm going down the freeway. It'd be cool if you could do that adjustment on the inside here while you're riding. That'd be awesome. We should have made it like that. A little lever, and then you could pull up on the shield and raise it. But you know, shields always have just made bikes more enjoyable to ride. Block the wind from kicking your butt, you know, moving your head all over the place. I think the smaller shield looks better. Okay, so I'm basically heading northwest, I believe, with the shield visor all the way up. I mean, it's pretty good. There's still a little bit of buffeting here, and it looks like the top of the shield is moving more than when it's 2 inches lower. But it's definitely working good. So I'm going to pull off here, and I'm going to put the shield back down. I mean, 2 inches has to make some kind of difference. It's just like how much difference does it make, right? So that's what you want to know. Is it making a huge difference, or is it making a minute difference? Because if it's barely making any difference, I'd rather have it lower. Give me a little bit more visibility over the top of the windscreen. Okay, do I have a neutral? So, in reality, I don't think the buffeting changed that much, even though the shield was 2 inches higher. I don't think the wind buffeting changed that much. However, I do believe the noise level increased a little bit. So I think the wind noise, and it could be my imagination, but I think the wind noise is a little bit noisier with the shield farther down, which, you know, it should make sense, but really the wind buffeting, I didn't really notice a huge difference. I'm going to ride it back the other direction now. I think the shield maybe doesn't bounce around as much at the top edge. But I mean, the differences are really minimal. I mean, the noise can get loud, the wind noise. you know, over time. You can't put in earplugs. Earplugs get irritating too. They start hurting your ears after you wear them for a while. I mean, if the wind was blowing like super hard, I mean, it's got to make a difference probably to have it up that extra 2 inches. But right now, I'm thinking it's only the noise level that I'm noticing. And what I might do tomorrow when I go on my trip, I might take my screwdriver with me to quick change the level of the shield, and if it gets crazy windy out there, I can just stop, adjust it, and maybe be able to tell the difference. I'm not sure. Right now it seems very minimal. Which I like the shield in the lower position. Preference because I can see a little more over the top of it. I think the only way to tell for sure, like, oh, it's a huge difference, is to have something that read dB level or something. Alright, so this is going back this way. A while ago I videoed it with the shield all the way up. I do believe the wind noise is louder, but I don't think the buffeting on my helmet or my head is any worse. I just feel like I hear the wind louder, and this top edge doesn't seem to be vibrating as much. It is moving, but I don't think it's as vibrating as much. So I'll be able to compare maybe the video runs and see if the camera picks up the noise difference. But I mean, this is just really cool. It would have made the Vegas travel, the Texas travel so much better, the trip. You know, but the Texas trip was off the cuff. You know, it wasn't planned. Because I took off the original countershaft sprocket, which is would have given it higher gearing and maybe a little bit better gas mileage also, but if I had a longer time to plan and think about it. But I think this will be really nice for the Oregon trip. It's going to make it a lot more enjoyable. You know, I can ride the motorcycle in more of an upright position instead of just leaned over. So leaning over now doesn't really change anything. The wind almost gets louder when you lean over than it does when you're sitting upright. So okay, that's my comments. And the air seat, of course, I mean, I've only been riding for 30 minutes, but yeah, I think the same thing. The air cushion is going to keep me from getting a sore bum, and it also gives me an inch more legroom. I think I noticed it helped with shifting. Also, change the angle of your foot. Pretty cool. But I'm liking it. I like it.